What are they doing, man? Like, what are they doing? They are doing irreparable damage to the brand of One Punch Man. We are less than 1 month out from Season 3 airing for the next anime season. And they are giving us new information today, and I've already seen what it looks like, actually, and it's not good. It's not good. I'm going to be going over some of the leaks, but first off, we need to talk about it. We gotta air out the room. I did not want to believe that One Punch Man Season 3 was going to be doomed or a disaster. There was a part of me, there was a percent, that had hopium and copium, wanting to truly believe that One Punch Man Season 3 was, at the very least, going to be the same level of quality as Season 2. But as more and more time continues to go on by, the days keep ticking away, and that deadline of the episode airing approaches closer and closer, it's becoming obvious that One Punch Man is doomed. That Season 3 is potentially going to damage the brand so much that we're never going to probably see a continuation of One Punch Man. We might not ever see a Season 4 if it's not already greenlit. For instance, to give an example here, anime is prepped and greenlit in advance, years in advance. So, like, for instance, it's entirely possible that Season 4 of One Punch Man's already greenlit before Season 3 comes out. But I think that if it's not, because of the damage of Season 3, what it's about to cause, I feel like it's going to cause the people, the higher-ups, the CEOs, the bigwigs, and everybody else associated with the project of One Punch Man, they're going to think twice from continuing the anime, because of just the brand damage, so to speak. It's so sad, man. It's so sad. So let's get into the leaks, okay? Let's just talk about it. So first off, I want to state that right now, at this current time, there is just leaks. It's not official news yet. It's not been posted on an official account yet. It's been posted by well-known leakers. For instance, Sugoi Light here. Sugoi is someone that has been leaking a lot of anime and manga content for years, and for the most part, they're accurate. When they talk about something, they're pretty accurate, and that's more or less what I'm saying here, is that their source of information, what they're talking about, and the images that they have also provided, you can believe, but obviously, at the end of the day, it is just leaks, so wait until official. But, with that being said, though, I'm still going to talk about it, because I have seen the leaks for myself, and, yeah, it's just not good. So, first off, we get a 15-second new trailer today, apparently, later tonight. We get a 15-second new trailer, and we're getting a new key visual. And I've seen parts of the trailer, images from it, and I have seen the key visual. The key visual... it's basically this, but the villain side on the other side. And if you don't know, this image, this key visual from One Punch Man, this is PNGs. For instance, there has been a bunch of character key visuals that's came out since Season 3 was announced, and you probably recognize all these images. All these images, you know, have popped up with their own unique key visual for these characters, and they basically copy and pasted the images from those other key visuals onto this key visual. And now, with all the villains that have been revealed over the last year or so, they are pasting those into a key visual, and then they're combining that with this image. So, they went extra lazy. They pretty much used content they already had with all the other images and stuff. Instead of creating an entirely new key visual, they just pasted PNGs on image. It is so lack of quality and so low effort that it really sparks that One Punch Man Season 3 is not looking too hot. The fact that they can't even come up with a brand new key visual with, like, new, like, art for characters, I think speaks enough, okay? But it doesn't just stop there. There has been some images that have come out from the upcoming 15-second trailer, which, by the way, I do want to point that out. It's a 15-second trailer. And this 15-second trailer is, it has some new footage. It does. But it's not impressive. It's not. Now, there has been comparisons, and if you want to see these images, because I don't want my entire account to be nuked. I'm just going to be blunt. But if you do want to see what it looks like, it's pretty easy to find them. Just type in One Punch Man leaks. It's very simple. But, with that being said, I've seen the images, and the images are... they look accurate to the manga. Like, they do, if you do a side-by-side comparison of, like, an image from the manga, from the trailer, they are similar. However, it's not animation. And at the end of the day, it's a 15-second trailer. And the fact that they can't even present, for instance, like, new like a full-length, like 1 minute trailer when the anime is supposed to air in under a month is pretty concerning. Because, to put this in perspective, if they aren't finished with episode 1, or if episode 1 looks good, so to speak, they should have at least 20 minutes of footage to sort through, to organize and edit together and compile, to post at least a 30-second to a 1-minute trailer of. But the fact that they did not even do that, and they're apparently releasing a 15-second trailer, I think speaks volumes on the current state of One Punch Man. Now, here's the thing. Another detail on this whole matter. I believe with the information we're getting today, for instance, the 15-second trailer and the new key visual and stuff, I do not believe, do not quote me on this one, I do not believe we are also getting staff announcement. Now, if we are, it's going to be probably after the trailer comes out. It'll be by official source, probably the official One Punch Man account or something like that. But at this time, I don't believe the information that we're getting for the trailer and stuff today is going to announce staff. Which, once again, is concerning. The fact that we know more about Jujutsu Kaisen's state of development and production that is coming out next year, before One Punch Man, that is coming out in less than a month, I think screams red flags. That is a massive red flag that everybody needs to be concerned with. And I've talked about this already in previous videos. There's two ways that One Punch Man Season 3 can go. On one end, this could be an elaborate marketing strategy to make people's expectations so low underneath the ground that when Season 3 does come out, people's expectations are going to be so low that it's going to blow people's minds. That is a possibility. However, the marketing strategy of that is so risky and it doesn't make sense because the brand has been misused and mistreated for so many years at this point. I am not led to believe that is actually what they're doing. I don't believe they're doing that type of marketing. Once again, I could be wrong. Episode 1 could come out and it can blow us all away and it could be Anime of the Year. Very much doubt that, but it's possible. But the truth of the matter, and the most realistic outcome, is that the anime is going to be lukewarm and mediocre, and it's going to have maybe some moments that look good, but most of the time it's just going to be inferior in every single way, and actually even a step down from Season 2's art quality and animation quality, and in general, it's not going to impress anyone, especially when you compare it to other series that's within the anime industry that also is action-based as well. For instance, JJK. And this is a topic I talked about in my previous video on the subject like a week or 2 weeks ago, is that One Punch Man is an action series. And in a time period right now within the anime industry that is heavily focused, and action series are very popular, like let's not kid ourselves, they are very popular. Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, JJK, yeah, you get the point. Soul Leveling. Yeah, Soul Leveling is a really good example. Action is the thing. People love it. People love spicy, beautiful colors, beautiful movement, animation, and action. And One Punch Man fits that niche. It's an action series. It is fundamentally an action series. There is a story, but it is an action series. And if there is any series that could actually give, let's say, for instance, Soul Leveling a run for its money in terms of, like, action quality, would be One Punch Man. But the fact that everyone involved with this project is not utilizing that, it blows my mind. It is such a misuse of a product that it's like they're throwing away free money. And it just really makes me wonder what is going on behind the scenes. Is there some statistic or some numbers I'm not aware of when it comes to One Punch Man? But it is a very popular series. It is still actively talked about often. But I feel like Season 3 is going to do just so much damage to it that it's going to kill a lot of discussion and anyone really even caring to talk about the anime ever again. Which is sad, because a very bad product can do that. It can do that to a series. And I hope that is not the outcome, but it is looking incredibly likely. Now, one thing I do want to add on before I wrap up this video is that, yes, I have seen bits and parts of the leaks. Obviously not the full thing. My opinion could theoretically change. But from what I've seen, and from the key visual and other leakers and stuff I have talked with, yes, it's disappointing. It's not good. And the fact that no staff is coming forward, and even naming that they're working on it, also should concern you. It pretty much means that the staff doesn't want to be associated with the project. That's at least what it implies. I have seen animators get their name stricken out of credits because their work was changed on a certain episode, and they felt like it wasn't their work anymore. I feel like something similar to that degree is happening for One Punch Man, but on a much larger scale. I feel like anyone associated with this project just does not want their name attached to it, because it could theoretically do everlasting damage just to their name in the industry. I could be wrong, but this is just my personal take on it after what I've seen over the years with just anime production and stuff. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention about One Punch Man. It's seeming like it is actually doomed, unfortunately. Anyways, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment on the video, helps with the algorithm, and be safe. Chibi out.